Hey guys, Max here. Why are women so difficult? Well, that's what most guys ask, but the real question is, why are you being so difficult and why are you not doing what you should be doing? Well, here's a 4-step guide on how to have a successful, yes, successful romantic relationship with a woman. I am by no means an expert, but I have a little bit of experience, so here we go. Rule 10, plan and work diligently to maintain the romance in your relationship. To trust is to invite the best in your partner to manifest itself, with yourself and your freely given trust as the enticement. Trusting in someone is difficult because obviously you, me, everyone else has been hurt before by a romantic partner. And if you haven't, it's going to happen regardless. So be ready for it. It's giving them the opportunity, though, that is trusting them, to honor you and to help them become the person that they should be. So the only way you can actually have a truly intimate relationship is by trusting someone fully. Now that sucks though as well on the other side, because if you trust somebody, they hurt you, you don't want to do it again because you have the open wound. But the only way you can really be intimate with someone is by trusting them 100%. That's why they say trust is the foundation to any relationship, especially romantic relationships. The more trust you give someone, the more they're able to pleasantly surprise you. The more goodwill you create between the two of you, and the better partner they can be for you, and vice versa, the trust goes the other way. So the more you trust, it's going to reciprocate back and have a functional relationship. Now, once that mistrust comes in, once that doubt comes in, then you're in a heap of trouble. Do you want to help your partner become the best version of themselves, become the best partner they can be for you? Now, thinking selfishly, I think, yes, I definitely want that to happen. So step 1 is trust freely. Both should be oriented towards the most positive future possible and agree that speaking the truth is the best pathway forward. So this is really 101 relationship. You have to be pursuing the same objective, pursuing the same goals. If one person wants one thing and one person wants the other thing, one person is of faith and one person has no faith, those are really difficult to reconcile because those are complete worldviews that are different from one another and really in a lot of places clashing with one another. So you have to be pursuing the same objective, the same goals in life, because as the good book says, a house divided against itself will fail. Actually, a house divided against itself cannot stand, but semantics at that point. Are you both on the same page that tomorrow's going to be brighter? Are you both on the same page that tomorrow is worthwhile? Tomorrow is worth living for? A lot of people are so in themselves that they're not excited about tomorrow. If you're excited about tomorrow and you have a partner who's not excited about tomorrow, oh boy, good luck. You have to be on the same page and being positive about the future. And answering yes to those questions is really easy, but actually acting and being a positive person is difficult because we're bombarded by negative adverts, negative everything all the time. And as always, speak the truth. You may think that telling a small lie is not going to affect the large grand scheme of things, but the reality is you honor your partner in the small things, and it's going to become a huge benefit in the future for the larger things. You dishonor them in the small things, and the larger things are certainly going to crush down, like a huge house of cards. So step 2 is be oriented and pursuing the same goals, the same initiatives. It doesn't have to be all the exact same things. It doesn't. You're two individual people. You're sovereign. You're individuals. But they have to be more or less in the same direction. One cannot be left, one cannot be right, one cannot be north, and one cannot be south. They have to be going towards the same direction. And then step 3, of course, be honest, tell the truth, and be authentic in every single scenario, even the small ones. The small ones bleed into the big ones. As you do some things, you do everything. All right, question of the day. What is the most difficult part about dealing, or I guess, having a relationship with a woman? Comment below, and I want to hear what you guys have to say. I would say mine is that they're just so different in the way they go about life and different how they see things, which is a beautiful thing because that complements my idiotic tendencies to see things as total facts and logic and not having any compassion. So thank you for the complementing factors. Actually talk to your partner for about 90 minutes a week, purely about practical and personal matters. What is happening to you at work? What is going on as far as you are concerned with the kids? What needs to be done around the house? Is there anything bothering you that we can address? What do we have to do that is necessary to keep the wolf from the door next week? Just pure practical communication. Partly because you have a story, your partner has a story, and you have a joint story. To know your story, you must tell it. And for your partner to know it, he or she must hear it. It is necessary for that communication to happen on an ongoing basis. I mean, communication is key. I mean, who will deny that? It's actually doing it, though, on an ongoing basis, which is the difficult part because there's so many time sucks and energy sucks from the outside world. And I think the most important one here is there anything bothering you that we can address? Women are passive, period. Most are not assertive. You have to really bring it out of them because it's difficult. It's very difficult. I'm very assertive, so I have to be a little more passive sometimes. But females, you have to massage and be there and open up that door to understand what's going on. You have to open the door, and then she can walk through it. That's just a fact. And no, I'm not saying every single female is like this, just in my experience, and for the most part, this is what usually happens. And that's the way the man above created us. Women are compassionate and nurturing. Men are warriors and will go kill the caribou. That's just life. Those are complementing characteristics. Those are not a bad thing. Those are not anything to be ashamed of. Those are beautiful things that make us cohesive into a relationship. If and when there are things bothering her, listen first. Don't do anything. Don't even apologize. But then apologize for the part you may have played, because I can pretty much tell you, you most likely played a part. Then negotiate a way where both you guys are satisfied. Not one person being bulldozed, not one person being a doormat, but negotiate to a mutually beneficial win-win situation. Now that's the hard part. Negotiating is difficult and dealing with these issues is not easy, but it's worthwhile. So be the man. Open up the door, lead the conversation, and always open up the door to things that may be bothering her. Because the reality is there's probably things bothering her that she has not told you. So open up the door. Open up the door to the things that are fantastic to discuss and also the things that suck to discuss because they're both necessary. Step 4, as a man, lead the communication and open yourself up for critique. Remember, your partner is simply a mirror reflecting the blind spots you cannot see. Listen up and take action. This one's very difficult. Opening yourself up for critique sucks because being stung by the bee does not feel good. But I promise you, the small bit of pain you're going to feel in the immediate is going to help you on the medium and the long term. And that's what matters. Sustainability over time, not what feels good in the moment. That's impulsive. Think about logically, what do you want for the future going forward? The medium to long term is far more important than what's happening in the immediate. Well, those are my 4 steps that I do attempt to do. I'm not perfect by any means. Ask anybody. What else is important though? What else is important to keeping the romance alive in a romantic relationship? Comment below. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next roll.